Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shawcraft One, my old barn door, and barn door treasures on eBay, and Digital Diane Designs on Etsy for digitals only. And today we're working in our flip-flop journal. We already have our journals. I know I said we were going to work on this one together, but we started making this one and I've just kind of went with it. So I've tried to catch up with this one on it. So I went ahead and made the signatures in here. I haven't decorated the front of this one yet, but I did go ahead and make the signatures. So today we're going to start decorating it and making it pretty and making it our own. Okay, so I'm going to set that one to the side and we're just going to get started with this one. So basically, it's anybody's game from here. You can do whatever you want to do with these journals. You can make them be whatever you want them to be. I like to have a few little flip outs and flip ups and fun little things like that. So I think that's what we'll start with, is making us some pretty little flips and just kind of go from there, I guess. So this first signature, I think I would like to add something. I don't really know, because these pages are just so pretty that I don't want to take away from them. And like this one, you can write on this one, but we could clip something pretty to this. So I have this pretty little paper clip that I've just put some scrap laces, and this is a piece from a sari, and I thought it would be pretty just to clip it onto the page here, just to kind of give it a little bit of something decorated. And then you've got the little lace pieces that are sticking out, so that's fun. And then on the back side, we could put a pretty little card. Let me find one. This one's pretty. I love that with the roses, and it's just kind of got that soft, natural feel up against that paper. And so I'm just going to put something on the back. I have this little piece of vintage, it's a copy of vintage ledger, and I'm just going to glue this on here like that, and then I'm just going to tear it around it. Any of the extras we'll just take off. So how are y'all doing today? I hope you're doing very well. We're doing good here. We are actually still in the holiday weekend. I am trying to get some videos pre-recorded because I need to get these. I haven't decided if I'm going to put these in the shop or if I'm just going to say, you know, somebody send me an email if you want it. I think I would rather do that because, you know, Christmas is getting close. I think that's pretty, just like that. So we can put that there, just like so. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stitch this signature in because it's driving me crazy moving around so much. So let me do that real quick and I'll come right back. Okay, so I've got that stitched in. And that way, I prefer stitching the signatures in once I get the base done, just simply because I can't stand for the signatures to be moving around. I'm constantly having to put them back together, and it just feels like I have to handle that signature 4,000 times, and that drives me insane. So I would rather just go ahead and stitch them in, and I can add whatever I want to with the signature stitched in. So that's kind of how I do it. And of course, y'all can do it however you want to do it. That's just my preference. So I'm thinking that I would like a sweet little pocket here somewhere in the center of this little signature. So I think I would like to do maybe, let's see if we've got some embossed paper that looks pretty. That one's not big enough. I'm not a big fan of that pink in this journal. Okay, we might have to go to our bigger pieces. So I have this little stack of larger pieces. That color's not awful. Don't want a bright pink. Let's see what a cream. No. Ooh, I have some gold. That would be pretty with the gold on there. You just look and see. I do really like the cream. I don't know why. It's just speaking to me. That's a pretty pink. And that one's a pretty pink. Still think I like the cream better. Okay, let's just go with the cream and quit piddling around with it. Alright, so I think what I'd like to do is maybe make the pocket, you know, kind of jagged across here. So, let's see. Let's see how far I need to go. I think that'll about do it. Let me just go ahead and tear that off because it's gonna hinder me. And then I'm just gonna fold that down there on the side. And let's make us a pretty pocket. What do you think? I like that. I don't want this straight across the top up here. And I kind of want to rough the edges up a little. And you know what? I'm not a huge inker. Not a real big inker. But I'm thinking maybe I want some ink on this because it is cream on another cream. So let's see what we can do with it to kind of get it to stand out a little. Just little bits here and there on the edges might be okay. Just enough for it to kind of stand out from the page a little bit. And then I'm going to get brave. I'm going to try something real quick because I would like to highlight the raised parts of the embossing. So I'm going to take my glue page here and I'm just going to try it on a sample piece and just see how it will do if I just brush this lightly across. Okay, let me try a bigger piece. I like that. Okay, I kind of like that. It just kind of brings out, it's like it highlights the embossed portion of the paper. So let's do that. Now, this is just basically a craft with me. Or not a craft with, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it would be called a craft with me. It's not really a tutorial. So, y'all just be patient with me. I'm just crafting along. So, did y'all get any good deals on your Black Friday sales? Did y'all go shopping? Okay. Did y'all go shopping, or did you shop online like I did? Because I did not go out and go shopping. I shopped online and found a few things to get me started in the Christmas season. I like that. I really like that. I think that's pretty. Okay, so we're just going to make him a pocket here. So yeah, I got some things for Sunshine. And I'm really having a hard time trying to figure out what to get the grandbabies this year. You know, as they grow, their wants change and their likes change. And it's hard to keep up with what they're into. Okay, we're going to put him there. I like that. Get my little napkin here and wipe off the excess glue. I feel like I'm in slow motion today, y'all, so just bear with me. I'm tired, so I don't know how long this video will be. I don't know. I'm just tired. Okay, so I think I would like... okay, this is a flip out here, and this is kind of plain. I do like to leave some plain things in the journals just simply for you to be able to write on and stuff, But one that's this small, I think I want to decorate it. So let's put something pretty on this. Let's see what we've got over here. I have some of Heather's digitals over here. Let's just play with it and see what we've got. Oh, that's pretty. I keep pulling these birds, and I want to use these birds. I just think they're so pretty with the birds and the little lambs. And then this one has the birds, but I have bigger ones. I may have to go to the bigger ones for this particular thing. I think I will. So let me just pull them over here. Let's see if we can find the birds, because that's kind of really what I'd like to use. Okay, I can't find the birds, so I must have already used them. So I picked this, and I thought this would be super cute to just glue across here. I want to leave these little perforations because I like those. But I think if I glue this across here, it'll be super cute, and it'll be cute for the little fold up. So let's do that. I'm just going to put some glue on here. And all I do is just run it across all the way. And then I'm just going to place my little piece where I want it. Try to get it straight. Like that. And then I'm just going to rub it down. Sorry if y'all can hear the TV. Sunshine and Mom are watching football, so that's a big deal in our house. And I love me some football, but not like that. And I think it's cute that Mom, she'll sit and watch football with him all day long. I'll watch for so long, and then I got to get up and do something. But he just loves it. He eats and breathes football. He could, well, sports in general. He watches every sport there is on the TV. Okay, so then we have this here that's blank white. Well, I don't want it to be blank white, but I would like to leave this part white just because, you know, to give you somewhere to write. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this up, but before I fold that up, I'm going to put something on the back of this. I'm going to put something here and probably something here. I might even just put some washi here, or, you know what, I have this that I can just put right there. That would be pretty. I think I'll do that. Okay, so anyways, so he can watch football all day long every day, and I just excuse me, goodness, I just kind of get bored with it. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down here on the bottom just to cover up that white part. Y'all, my little granny, who would have been 100 on the 23rd of this month, which was just a couple of days ago. She went to, she graduated to heaven 2 days before her 90th birthday, which was 10 years ago. And, but she absolutely loved the Braves. That she loved her some Braves, and she loved Chuck Norris. I mean, she thought Chuck Norris was everything plus some. She just absolutely loved Chuck Norris. It was so cute because she actually got to go meet him one time. My daddy took her. He was doing a book signing somewhere, and my daddy took her up there to meet him, and it was just so fun for her. Ooh, that would be pretty right there, wouldn't it? Let's do that since we've already got it. And see, it's not too hard to go ahead and add your stuff to your pages, you know, once you have them stitched in. It's not hard. And I think what I'm going to do is maybe put some book page right here. Let me see if I can find some pretty book page to go there. Maybe this piece. This piece is real brittle. So I generally only use it in collage because it is so brittle. See how it just tears real easy. But it does good for collage. Okay, so we're going to put him right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some glue down here. And we'll put this here. like that. But anyways, so Mom will watch, she'll watch football with him. And I just think it's super sweet. But my granny, I was telling you about my granny. God love her. She was so funny. Love the Braves. Absolutely love the Braves. And y'all, one year for Christmas, she was in her 80s, I guess. I bought her a Braves cap, a ball cap, for Christmas. Well, y'all, you would have thought that I gave her $1 million. She was so stinking excited over that Braves cap. And from that day forward, she wore that Braves cap every single time she watched the Braves play. She had to have her cap. If she didn't have it in the living room, my daddy had to go get it for her. She had to have her cap on. It was just the cutest little thing ever. Okay. All right, so we have that fully covered. I'll put that back in my scrap box there. These videos with me doing the pages might go a little bit longer, just simply because it takes time to do this, and I kind of want to share it with y'all. So I don't know, I might glue that down a little bit better, but I might not. We'll see. All right, so I'm gonna take my ruler here, since I can see the crease right here. I'm just gonna crease it backwards, just so I know where the crease is, and then I'm gonna bring it back over here, and I'm gonna crease it this way, which is the way I want it to fold, like that. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and just smush him down a little. And then this one, do I want this to fold? Which way do I want this to fold? I think I might want it to fold this way. Yeah, I think we'll fold it that way. I got little strings everywhere. Oh, that's attached. It's attached to the journal. Okay, so that's super cute. I do need to put a little more glue on that. I think I'm going to put some wet glue, since it's in a bend. Sometimes if you get it in a bend, it don't glue as good. So I'll put some wet glue on it, just like that. So yeah, she loved her little Braves baseball cap. It was so cool the day she got to go meet Chuck Norris. It was just at a local book signing here, or not here, but in Georgia. And she was having to stand in a long line. Okay, we need to put something right here. Or I might just tear that off. I think I will. I think I'm just going to tear it off a little, because I don't have to have all that extra. But anyways, she was having to stand in a long line, and she was in a wheelchair. All the cartilage in her knees just kind of disappeared, and she couldn't stand good or anything. So she was in a wheelchair for years. And so she finally told my dad, because they were having to stand in line. I don't know if she was in her chair or what, but anyway, she finally told my dad. She said, I can't stay here any longer. I'm going to have to go home. And so, and she wanted to meet him so bad. And so somebody in the line had heard her say that, and went up to the front and told the people, whoever was running the signing, told them about her and that she was going to have to leave. And they went and got her and pulled her to the front of the line and let her meet him before she had to go home. And I just thought that was the most precious thing in the world, because it absolutely made her day. I mean, she loved it, getting to meet Chuck Norris. And she told everybody she knew about meeting Chuck Norris. It was the sweetest thing ever. Okay, so I like that. All right, we need to find something to put in our pocket, but we will. And then the last thing we're going to do on this signature, because I want to leave, I might clip something here. I've got some, I have some ephemera made. Just a little bit of ephemera. Let's see. No, I don't want that. Oh, there's some birds. There's the birds. Okay. That's pretty. That would be pretty clipped right there, wouldn't it? I think so. I like it. Now, we need to put something in the top of it. Let's see. What do I want on the top of it? I think maybe I want some laces or something. Let me grab them. Okay, I think I'm going to put this on there, just to have something pretty sticking up out of the top. So let me just put a little bit of Fabri-Tac across the top of the tag. Now I forgot what story I was telling y'all. I got to listening to Mom and Sunshine in there talking about football, and I lost my train of thought. I'll go back and watch this video and go, oh, I wanted to finish telling that story. Okay, so we'll put this across the top here. Very pretty. I love that. We'll just let that dry for a second. Okay, and then we'll just clip it on here, and I think I want to clip it on with something rusty. I rusted some pretty little paper clips. I got these little paper clips, and they got the little hearts in them. Aren't they cute? And so I threw some in my little rusting bucket and rusted some of them. So we'll just put that right there like that. And then on the other side, you can see the little heart. It's super cute. Now, maybe we'll put something here. I've got these cute little Christmas stamps. Maybe we'll just put one or two of them little stamps on there. Let's see. That says with love. That would be cute. So we'll slide that up under there. And then I love this Santa. He's pretty. So let's put him up under there. And it's just something to decorate that little page and give it a little something so it's not so plain. Alright, now we need to find something that we want to go here, because I want to add something to this and make another fold out. So let me just see what I've got. Okay, I have been wanting to put this in here somewhere, and I think this is perfect for this spot right here. So let me just grab my little glue book. I'm just going to put some glue right down the edge. And if I can, I want to keep my jagged edge of my music page, because I just think that's pretty. I love how vintage it is, and I just like the look of it. So I'm going to try to keep it to where you can see it from the other side. So I'm just going to kind of line this up right here. And I'm going to kind of line it up at the very edge of that music. That just kind of gives me a good little guide. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to come back here, and I need to put something on the back of this. And so I'm just going to lay my whole page on my glue book. And I think I want to use this right here. It's going to be hard to keep that. Well, I'm just not going to be able to, but it'll be okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just put glue all over this page. Sorry, I know the TV's kind of loud. I'm sorry if y'all can hear it, but just, you know, not a whole lot I can do about it. My room is right off of the living room, so it is what it is. Okay, so then I'm going to take this and line it up at the top. Remington shows up every now and then with a little speck of hair or something in my glue. Alright, so I'm going to line it up at this side and at the top so that I know that I get full coverage. Just like that. I'm trying to get it as straight as I can. There we go. And then I'm just going to trim off the little extra white pieces. Okay, just like that. And then I think I want to fold this way, because I want it, when you open it up, I want you to see this little sweet little house. So I'm going to fold it just like this. And that way you have a little flip out right there. How pretty is that? I love it. Now, in the little flip out, I would like to put something just to tuck something in. And that's where I like to put in like the little pieces that you can write on and stuff or journal on and stuff. You know, I want to put some things like that in here. So let me find something. Oh, this one will be pretty. I think this one will be real pretty. And I'm trying to decide which way I want to fold it. What I'm trying to decide is if I want to fold it this way and have it poking up a little bit out of the top. Let's see what that'll look like. Let me just turn it this way so I don't smush it yet. Oh yeah, I think I'll like that. Okay, so or actually, let me see what it'll look like on the green side. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and fold it. And I want to fold it a little bit thin. And just kind of have it tall and skinny. Like that. Oh yeah, I like it with the green on the outside. The green and the music. Because that kind of goes pretty with the pink in the background. And that kind of gives you an idea that, you know, our pinks and greens are kind of the theme of the journal. Okay, so let's do that. And I think I'm gonna, I don't want to tear any off the top, but I do kind of want it to have a jagged edge. Here's what I'll do. I'm just going to take my Tim Holtz deckled edge trimmer, and I'm just going to trim a sliver off just to give it a deckled edge up there at the top. It just makes it a little prettier. So see, it'll tuck right in there, and then we'll bring it down to about right there, and then I'm going to fold it about right there, and I'm just going to fold it and tear it. We'll just tear that piece off the bottom. That way it's not super duper long. And then what I wanted to do, because my thought process on this is to have a pretty piece, you know, sticking up out of the top, but I also wanted it to be where you could unfold it and have a space to journal. And you can write on this, and I just think that's so pretty. But I also wanted to add some vintage book pages in here with it. And so I thought it would be super cute to make one of those little booklets like I was making when I was making my farm journals. So I'm thinking I want to do something like, let me just fold this in half. I'm going to scoot this over for a second. I'm just going to fold this in half like this. Okay. And then maybe this little book page. And I'm going to fold it like this because I want it long ways. And we're just going to tuck it in right here. And then I have this vintage dictionary page. And we're going to fold him like this. And put him right here. Just to give some extra little book pages to play with in your journal. And just to kind of make it look pretty. Okay, and then I just want to tuck it over that. And then I want a pretty something to go here. So let's see what we've got to go here. Oh, she would be pretty, wouldn't she? I like her there. Let's just do that. And I'm just going to tear this off the bottom because it's the little white strip that's still there. So we'll just take that off the bottom. Oh, and you know what? Another thing I want to do. Let me just grab it if I can find it. I want to add like a little vintage check in here or something. What color do we want? These are those the vintage check kit that I showed y'all in the last video. Well, this is the one I aged up. Is it too wide? Is it going to look good under there, though? It's going to kind of cover up my... What if I did it underneath that? Oh, yeah. I kind of like that. Let me just double check and make sure there's not another one that won't look better. Because I kind of think I need one skinnier. These two are skinnier. And this one, I think that one might be too white. Let's see what else I got. That one's kind of skinny. Okay, let's look at those and see. Let me pull this one out. We're going to audition real quick. We'll audition him. Oh, I kind of like that one. Do I want him on top of the... like that? So you can tell it's a check. Let's see what this one looks like. I kind of like that one. I don't know why, but I think I like this one better. Let me just look at this again. No, maybe I'll do this one. Okay. Sorry for taking so long to do that. Okay, so now I want to age this check up a little bit. So I'm going to grab my my ink, and I don't know if y'all can see, but do you see here where it looks like it had a fold in it, and here it looks like it had a fold in it, and here? So I'm going to just go with the natural folds. And then here it looks like it kind of had a tear in it, so we're going to tear it right there. Okay, so I'm going to fold it right here. And it wasn't folded straight. And then I'm just going to take my ink dauber, and I'm just going to touch it across there. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to fold it right here on this crease. And it was folded a little bit crooked right there, which I like. And then I'm just going to dab my ink dauber on there. Just a tiny, tiny bit. And then right here, I'm going to try and fold with this crease. And it didn't go all the way to the very top of the check. Okay, and I'm just going to take my ink dauber and dab across there a little bit. And then I'm just going to kind of touch the edges a little. And then right here where we tore it, I'm just going to put a little ink right there on the edge of that tear. Got a little bit too much inked for my liking, but that's okay. Can't take it off. All right, and then I think what I'm going to do is maybe crinkle it up a little bit like that, and I'm just going to keep it squeezed, and I'm just going to touch my ink dauber wherever it touches. Okay, that was a little bit too much. That's okay. All right, but now it looks like the check has a little bit of age to it. And then I'm going to take my ink dauber, and I'm just going to barely touch this check all around it. I don't want to leave circles with my ink dauber, but I just want to leave a little bit of color on there. Okay, and then I'm going to go on the back and do the same thing. Just barely touch across there. Touch across there. And then I'm going to do the fold over here on the edge. Like that. Ink around the edges a little. Not a whole bunch, but just a little. I think this needs a little more ink. Let's do a little ink right there. Well, that was too much ink, but that's okay. I have more control over my ink dauber when I have my one with the handle. It's over on the other side of the room. And I was just too lazy to go get it. And so, this is what we get for being lazy, right? Okay. All right. So, that looks like it's got a little bit of age to it. What do y'all think? Uh-oh. I'm glad I stood up and looked because my phone was about to die. Okay, so I had to plug it in. But yeah, what do y'all think? I think it adds just a little bit of age to it now. Looks a little old. Alright, so we're going to put him right here. And then we're going to put our little angel here. I think I need to take a little bit off the edge of her. She's just a little bit too wide. So I'm just going to tear some off over here. And you can put something on the back of this, but I don't always find it necessary. Okay, and then we're going to take, let's take another one of these rusty ones. Excuse me. I guess we'll use one of the ones with the hearts. I just rusted these, so they're still a little bit sticky. Okay, and we'll just clip that together like that. And you get rust on your fingers when you use your rusty clips and stuff, but that's okay. Because I actually like the way it leaves the rust marks on my pages and stuff. And then I'm just going to tuck this right in here and just fold that over, and it'll hold it in there. Oops, this signature. See what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and sew these signatures in before we do the next video. But yeah, I like that. I think that turned out super, super cute. Okay, so we've got that first little signature done, and it won't take us as long to do the next signatures. You know, sometimes it just takes me a minute to get going and get started. But I think for today, I'm going to call it a day because I'm tired. It's actually, I'm pre-recording these videos, some of them, and it's Friday night, the day after Thanksgiving. And I had to go lay down earlier today because I had a migraine. And so I have these, I'm going to go ahead and sew this signature in while I'm talking to y'all. That way, if there's somebody who doesn't know how to do it, you'll get to see me do it. Since this video has already gone longer than it should have, we'll just make a whole deal out of it. How about that? But anyways, so my head was hurting, and so I had to go lay down. I told Sunshine, I said, I'm going to lay down for just 20 minutes and see if I can't get rid of this headache. Well, it just wouldn't go away, so I had to take a Nurtec, which is, I take a medication every day for my migraine syndrome, but the Nurtec is for, like, breakthrough migraines, and so it's just a little pill that you put under your tongue and let it dissolve. All right, the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to find my center of my signature. Okay, and I'm going to line it up where I want it in the journal. These are super easy to do. Now, before I do this, I'm going to go ahead and cut my twine, because if I don't, I'll have a mess. Where's the end of my twine? There it is. This is not twine. It is waxed linen. And I'm going to tell y'all, it is a game changer when you're trying to sew in signatures. I used to use twine. I used to use, you know, other things. And I would fight and fuss with it and just have the hardest time. But I heard somebody talking about using this, and so I got some, and it was the best thing I ever did. So, if you're having a hard time sewing in your signatures, get yourself some wax linen or some wax cord. This I got off of, I think it was Amazon, and it came in a big pack. It's not super expensive. Or if you want some now, you can run to Hobby Lobby and get this. It's wax cord, and it's around the jewelry section. So you can do either one of those. So anyways, what was I telling y'all? Oh, so I went and laid down, and I took that Nurtec for the breakthrough headache. And, oh, it tastes awful. It leaves the awfulest taste in your mouth because it's one of those that you... All right, so I'm just going to find my center. And I'm not really stressed about if it's exactly the center or not. I really don't care. these are some of the easiest journals to sew together because you don't have to do measurements and all of that. I'm just going to poke a hole through with my awl tool. So I'm poking me a hole right through there. So see, it comes out the edge. And then what I'm going to do, before I poke any more holes, I'm going to take my awl out and I'm going to go ahead and put my needle in with my thread. And that way I kind of have something that'll hold my signature together a little bit. Then I'm just going to find me another spot. You know, I try to come, you know, an inch and a half from the top down. And then I'm just going to kind of fold my book in and just punch that awl right through so that I can put my needle through. And then I'm just going to push my needle back through. Okay? So anyways, I took that Nurtec. It tasted horrible. But when you get a migraine like that, it just makes you exhausted. Like, I'm just so tired. So that was the whole point of that story, was to tell y'all why I was so tired. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to. Okay. Learning tip. When you put your needle back through here, make sure that this is not in the way. Your tail is not in the way. Because if you go through your tail like I just did, let me hold it up for you and let you see it. If you go through your tail like I just did, and you don't catch it before you keep going, you're going to have yourself a mess and you won't be able to tighten your signature up. So since I caught it in time, I'm just going to pull this back through here very carefully. I might have to kind of weave it through there. You got to hold your tongue right. Let me see. I don't think I have it back through the right spot. There we go. Okay. So now I can come back to the middle and tighten it up. But anyways, the whole point of the story was just to tell you why I was tired. Didn't mean to make it a 2-hour tour or anything. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten that up. Okay, and you don't want to pull too hard or you'll break your twine. It is pretty tough, but you know. Alright, and then I'm going to go down here to the bottom, and I'm going to come in about an inch and a half. I'm going to fold my book, and I'm just going to push my awl through. So see, it came through right there. Okay, and sometimes I find it easier to flip it around so I can kind of see where to push my needle through. And I'm just going to push it right through there. Can y'all even see what I'm doing? I'm sorry. Just trying to find the hole. It's hard to do it on camera because you're trying to do 40 things at one time with migraine brain, which is not fun. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull this through just because I can't see real good right now because it's dark in here. And I have this ring light on, but it's still pretty dark in here. The ring light a lot of times will give me a migraine too. So if I'm filming a lot of times I have to go lay down with a migraine simply because I've been underneath this light for so long. But you have to have it to film. I mean, you don't have to have it to film, but it's better. It gives me more light. Okay, and then I'm going to just make sure my tail's on this side. And I'm going to run this over the tail and underneath this piece right here. Okay. And then I'm just going to make sure everything's good and tight before I tie it. And then I'm just going to tie it in a bow. Now, y'all might hear some yelling because they're getting excited about the football game in there. But I can't help it. Okay, so there. That's how you sew in a signature. Okay, super duper easy. Real simple. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stick that one back right there. But anyways, I have blabbed enough. I bet y'all think, good Lord, is she ever going to shut up? Sorry. So anyways, we've got a good start. I really like how this turned out. I just love that. I just think that's pretty. So, okay, we'll come back in the next video and we'll start on this signature. I'll go ahead and sew these other two signatures in before we come back and get those kind of secured so we can work with them a little easier. But anyways, I hope this wasn't too long a video. I hope you weren't bored to tears. I'm having fun, and I hope y'all are too. And I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Big hugs.